Some exciting news for foodies in the Bronx and across the city. The Bronx Night Market is back in business to serve up lots of delicious food and beverages over the next few months. But you will need a ticket to get in. Our Amy Yancey is at the market in Belmont. And Amy, it's called the Night Market, but it looks pretty open to me.
Yeah, there were people actually waiting before the opening time just to get in. There's an interesting story behind the name. Originally, when it first started back in 2018, it did open up at night. That's why it's called the Bronx Night Market. But because of COVID, they decided this year to open it up earlier in the day, and then it ends a little earlier in the evening. Nonetheless, people here do not look bothered at all by the schedule change. I can tell you that walking up to the street here to the area, Fordham Plaza, the aroma hits you first before you can see any of the food stands. And I'm talking about food from all over the world. That's the latest from here in the Bronx. Amy Yancey, I wish you could smell this. Back to you.
Amy, I'm so jealous of your assignment today. Thank you so much for that report. After being closed for more than a year, Coney Island's Luna Park will officially reopen next week, and frontline workers will be the first to enjoy those famous rides. The fun kicks off next Friday, April 9th, with limited capacity. 100 frontline workers from local Brooklyn hospitals will be given first dibs to ride the Cyclone on opening day. The amusement park hasn't been open since October of 2019, and it will look a little different. The park has 6 new kiddie rides. You can book a reservation online starting this weekend. The Knicks lose at home to the Mavericks. New York trailed by just 1 point early in the fourth quarter, but Dallas dominated from that point on. They went on to win 99-86. Ex-Knicks Tim Hardaway and Kristaps Porzingis each had 14 points. Alec Burks led the Knicks with 20. New York has lost 3 straight and is now a game under 500. They're back on the court tonight in Detroit. The Nets, meanwhile, play Sunday afternoon in Chicago. On the ice tonight, the Rangers go for a sweep of their 2-game series in Buffalo, while the Islanders host the Flyers. Major League Baseball pulls the All-Star Game and Draft out of Atlanta over Georgia's new voting rights law. Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred released a statement yesterday saying the league supports voting rights for all Americans and opposes restrictions to the ballot box. Some have criticized the law as voter suppression. Now, there is precedent for this in other sports. In the early 90s, the NFL took the Super Bowl out of Arizona after the state failed to make Martin Luther King Day a holiday. And the NBA pulled the All-Star Game from North Carolina in 2017 after it cut laws that protected the LGBTQ community. Major League Baseball plans to continue with its plans to honor late Atlanta Braves legend Hank Aaron at the All-Star Game, but has not announced a new location. Meanwhile, former President Obama congratulates Major League Baseball for pulling the game in response to Georgia's new restrictive election laws. On Twitter, Obama wrote, "Congratulations to Major League Baseball for taking a stand on behalf of voting rights for all citizens. There's no better way for America's pastime to honor the great Hank Aaron, who always led by example." And as we head to break, here's a look at your picture of the day. Check out those pretty spring blooms in Central Park. Thanks to our viewer Ed for sharing this photo. And if you have a photo that you'd like to share, tag us on social media using the hashtag NY1Pic, and you might see it right here on TV.
Public health and political leaders struggle to find ways to convince Black Americans and other affected